week. You don't have any required art assignments, but I thought I would show you a couple fun winter holiday themed art activities. And so the first one I'm going to show you is how to make snowflakes out of paper. You could use regular old printer paper, recycled paper you don't need anymore. You could even try to use wrapping paper. That could be fun. So I'm going to show you how to do that. A snowflake is an example of radial symmetry. So radial symmetry is just like normal symmetry. So for example, this square is symmetrical because if I put a line down the middle, it's the same on either side. Radial symmetry is a similar idea, except this time the things are the same going around a central point. So if this is the central point, I'm gonna have a design that's the same here, 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 here. So you can think about like spokes on a wheel or flowers, things like that are things that show radial symmetry. Mandalas and snowflakes. So I'm gonna show you how to make a snowflake. Okay, so the first thing I want to do when I'm making a snowflake is I just want to make my paper into a square. So the easiest way to do this is to put it long ways. Let me get adjusted here. Just to put my paper long ways like this and take the top corner and fold it down so that this edge lines up with this edge. Kind of like you're making a paper airplane if you know how to do that. And I'm going to press this crease down. And do you see here how I have some extra? What I can do, I don't even need scissors for this part. I can just fold it backwards like that. You can kind of see what that looks like from this end. And I'm just going to crease this really well until it's so creased that I can just rip it off nice and clean. But if I have scissors, I can also just take my scissors and make a nice clean cut. Either way. But now when I open it up, I have a square. So it's really important that I have my paper in a square. The next thing I want to do is I want to fold this. So I'm going to fold it back how it was. And I'm going to fold this triangle in half like this. Now here's the tricky part. So I want to take this side and instead of folding it all the way over, I'm going to fold it kind of across like that. And then I'm going to bring this one over like that. And I want to get it as close as I can. It might not be perfect. I'm actually going to adjust it a little bit until I can get it pretty close edge to edge. So what I'm going to get is something that looks like that. And then I can just cut this part off. Cutting these parts off are important because that's what makes this round. I'm not going to unfold it and show you just yet, but just trust me. So now what I can do is I can plan my design ahead of time or I can just free cut. But so that you can kind of see where my head is, I'm going to draw it out for you ahead of time. So I'm just going to do some designs. To make my life easy, I want to make sure that any designs I do touch the edges. So I'm going to have all of these designs. I can try different types of shapes. And depending on how skinny your shapes are or how wiggly they are is going to make them more or less difficult. So that's something to keep in mind. I think the swirly kinds of shapes or triangles end up looking the nicest, but there are options. And you can do any kinds of shapes you want, they just need to touch an edge. Okay, so I've got it nice and full with all sorts of designs, and yours does not need to match mine at all. It's just completely up to you, and I'm going to cut this. Now this is a lot of layers of paper to cut through, so it's going to take some muscle. But a few things that are going to help you are understanding that the strongest part of the scissors is the inside corner. So if I'm trying to just cut with the tip of my scissors, it's not going to work. I have to use the inside corner of my scissors, no matter what size my scissors are. That is the key. And I don't have to close my scissors all the way every time. I just have to close them enough to move things along. Now the skinnier your shapes are, the space between your shapes are, the more delicate your snowflake will be, but it's also what makes it look cool. So I'm just doing the best I can. I'm using that inside corner of my scissors. And remember, I used kind of complicated shapes, so if you're one of my younger friends, like kindergarten, first or second grade, you could do much simpler shapes, or you could design the shapes and then maybe a grown-up in your home can cut them for you if you're having trouble. But I encourage you to try, and if you make a mistake, that's okay. Make it a beautiful oops. That was just how it was supposed to be. So I love this art craft too, because all you really need is any kind of paper and some scissors. You don't need glue or paint or anything like that. If you've got scissors and paper, you can make this craft. And you can make a whole bunch of these, tape them to windows, hang them from the ceiling, hang them from your Christmas trees, whatever you want. They are so fun. Being creative on this one. Let's see if it works. And remember, we gotta be really gentle, especially, do you see how thin some of this is? Gotta be really, really gentle with it. Gotta be really, really careful with my scissors. Kind of changing what this shape is gonna look like. That's okay. Especially when I'm doing this really tricky stuff, it's really easy to accidentally cut myself with those scissors, so I wanna be so careful. There. Alright, I'm going to pull these out. Alright guys, time for the grand reveal. You ready? This is going to look so cool. I have to be so gentle, it's so delicate. So, so, so delicate. Look at that. Gonna press it down. Maybe I can put it under a heavy book for a minute or something. But I am so happy with how that turned out. So you can see here how this is an example of radial balance, because each of these triangle shapes is the same thing. And as they repeat, they create this beautiful design that's symmetrical this way. Let me see how half of it, they match up. It's symmetrical this way. And it's even symmetrical like slices of a pie. Each slice of the pie would be the same thing. So that is my snowflake. I hope your snowflakes turned out just as beautiful, and it's okay if it takes you a few tries. This takes some practice, and maybe you'll over time become a snowflake making expert. So I hope you enjoyed this craft, and you learned something about radial symmetry, you learned something about some scissor skills, and happy holidays!